Hi everyone and welcome back to Yes Let's. So this week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Christmas is getting closer every day and over here at Yes Let's we're excited. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make salt dough and then use those salt dough creations to make some Christmas ornaments and decorations.
The first thing you need to do is gather your equipment and ingredients. What you need for this is a mixing bowl, a rolling pin, a spoon, a cup, some plain flour, some salt, and some warm water. The next thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 150 degrees. Get an adult to help you with that bit. You need 4 cups of plain flour, which is 150 grams, 1 cup of salt, which is 340 grams, and 1.5 cups of warm water, which is 400 mils. Your dough's going to come out better if you use the warm water. The first thing you need to do is add the 4 cups of flour to your mixing bowl. Once you've done that, you need to add the salt to the flour that's already in your mixing bowl and mix it together using your spoon. You then need to add your warm water a little bit at a time and stir after you've added each bit of water.
So once you've gradually added your water, you need to keep stirring until your mixture starts to form a dough. Once it's as doughy as you can make it with the spoon, it's time to get your hands in. You need to knead the mixture together into a firm dough with your hands. Make sure all your loose flour and salt is mixed in so we get a nice dough. Once you've finished kneading your dough, it's going to look something like this. Then we need to shape it before we can cook it. So rip your dough in half and put half back in the bowl for later on. I'm going to show you the first shape we're going to make for our Christmas ornament. The half of the dough which you're going to be working with, you need to put down on a floured surface. Then you need your rolling pin, which you also need to put some flour on before you start rolling out. Then you can start rolling out your dough. And we're going to make it quite thin and into an oval shape. We need to make it quite thin because we need it big enough to put our handprints on. Once you've finished rolling out your dough, it should look like a large oval like this. The next thing we need to do is put a print in it before we cook it. So for this one, we need to print our hand. You're going to press your hand quite firmly down in the dough, like that. And then you're going to do the same with your other hand, overlapping the thumbs. Just like that. Once you've got that shape, you're ready to put your dough onto a baking tray and pop it in the oven. Before you put your dough onto your baking tray, you need to spray it with some oil or use some butter on it to grease it so that your dough doesn't stick while it's cooking. Don't worry if your salt dough rips or tears, changes shape slightly when you're getting it onto the baking tray, because once it's on that baking tray, you can just make sure your imprints are nice and firm in the dough. With the second half of the dough that I saved in the bowl, I've cut out some festive shapes that you can decorate when they're done. A candy cane, a Christmas present, a snowman, a Christmas tree, and I've done 2 plain round designs that you can paint something Christmassy on in the middle. The most important thing for these decoration shapes is to leave a hole in the top of the dough so that you can attach some ribbon to hang it on your tree. With the candy cane, we can just put the ribbon around the whole thing, but the others do need a hole when they're cooking.
You need to put your salt dough pieces carefully into the oven. Please ask an adult for help with this bit, as your oven's going to be hot. You need to leave them cooking for 45 minutes and then check them. They might need a little bit longer in the oven.
You'll know when your salt dough is ready because it will be hard and it will have started to go a nice light brown colour. So as soon as it looks brown and hard, you know to take it out of the oven. Don't worry if you've got some bits that aren't quite even, because you can fix those in the decorating. Before you can decorate them, you need to wait for them to cool down. Once your salt dough pieces have completely cooled down, you can start to decorate them. For decorating, you'll need some paints and paintbrushes.
Can you guess what our scene is yet? Don't worry, time to add the finishing touches.
And there we have it, our Let It Snow salt dough scene. It's now time to decorate our salt dough decorations. Once you've painted your salt dough ornaments, what you need to do is attach some ribbon or a pipe cleaner to the top of them through the holes so that you can put them on your tree. I'm going to be using some pipe cleaners and some ribbon. If you don't have either of those, you could use string instead. Just thread your pipe cleaner through the hole and tie it tightly at the top so it doesn't come undone. What I've done with my two round designs that we baked is just painted a Christmassy design on each one. And if they break in the bake, don't worry because you can still paint over them. The final thing you need to do when your salt dough creations are completely painted and dried is to spray them with a varnish so that they last as long as possible and that the paint is nice and secure. I'm using a clear spray varnish. You could use a paint-on varnish, or if you don't have any, you could use a clear nail varnish. It has the same effect. So just spray a layer over your design, which gives it a nice gloss finish and will make it stronger. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes to completely dry. You'll see it gives them a nice shiny finish.